What was like the time frame between you working and then saying to Holt, like, let's start doing something serious?
Yeah. So he was working for Audiophile
Okay.
Records, which is no longer a label. But they actually made some pretty decent noise back in 2016, 17. They actually had a lot of like the early like Dirty Bird artists that
Yeah.
were sort of came up through releasing with them.
Yeah.
Everyone from like Steve Darko to West End to, they had releases from Dylan Nathaniel back in the day. Even Kyle Watson released on Audiophile like back in the day. Like they actually had some like legit releases. So Holt was working for them. The label was based out of Dallas, and he got looped with Jimmy, the dude who started the label, like towards the end of college. So when I came out to Arizona to do the whole event thing, he stayed back and was working for Audiophile on the record label side. And then within the first year or so of doing that, they started like an artist management division within the label, and Holt, sort of like headed that up and signed his first artist, which is Dead Space. And basically that was like his kind of intro into artist management, like, which was really just more of a focus on the label side and how to kind of like foster artists through the label,
Right.
and how to sort of manage them from that perspective. And then about a year into it, I was still working for SLE out here in Arizona. I kind of came on sort of like, I guess as like as an intern, sort of just was like, hey, like I want to, like, I'm doing all this shit out here with events, like I want to learn about the label side of things too. I just, at that point, it's like 2017, I just wanted to like soak up as much information as I could. So I basically came on and was like helping Holt like co-manage Dead Space, and was helping out with just like little tasks here and there, hopping on phone calls, with Jimmy and the other guys, just to, again, just soak shit up.
Yeah.
And then fast forward a little bit, about a year later, we both almost at the exact same time just kind of hit these like ceilings within our respective jobs, where we're like, we're just like not learning anymore.
Yeah.
Not sure as hell not making any more money.
Yeah.
Like we're kind of just like, all right, like we're at this crossroads here. Like, what do we do? And I'll actually never forget the phone, because again, it's another one of those moments. Holt picked up the phone and called me. I was actually over at a buddy's house. We were just like drinking and chilling.
Yeah.
And I ended up like going upstairs and taking this phone call, and was on the phone with Holt for like an hour. Holt came to me and was like, yo, I think it's time. Like, I hadn't quit yet. I hadn't quit SLE, but he kind of like, his phone call to me was him letting me know, like, hey, by the way, I'm like stepping away from Audiophile. I'm not, I don't have the creative freedom that, I want to have. I feel like there's more for me to explore. So I'm leaving Audiophile. And I think we should get into artist management and like really do this thing. And I had been thinking about leaving SLE at the time.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until he called me and told me all that.
Yeah.
Where I was like, holy shit, where I was like, dude, everything you're telling me about feeling like you kind of hit a ceiling and like this and that, like I'm feeling the exact same way at SLE. So yeah, let's fucking do this. So started Meditone, like literally like the next week, filed for, to get an LLC up and running. The whole shebang. We got a logo made. Started thinking about our name.
Hell yeah.
All the fun like early stages of starting a company, and then it wasn't too much longer after that I quit SLE. And actually, what I didn't even tell you before this podcast that not many people know, after I left SLE, I didn't go full time with management, because we weren't making enough money to do that. So for a year, I actually went and worked for Yelp, and I did. I was an account executive, and I did sales. So
wow, Parker! Holy shit!
So I did, So I did phone sales for a year.
Wow.
While also like building up the company and managing all the artists that we were working with.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I almost got more experience from Yelp, working for Yelp, than I did working for SLE. Like, not more, because obviously working for SLE, like there was so much industry specific shit that I just like picked up on like subconsciously, you know?
Yeah.
But it was like, as far as like life experience and just overall like practicality, like what I like, the skills that I like use in my day to day now,
Right.
like I learned so much from that job, because it
man.
was phone sales, dude. I literally had to make 65 dials a day. I was pitching Yelp ads.
Minimum. Yeah. How to talk to people.
Yep.
How to win people over.
Exactly. So anybody that's watching this, like, if you want to, honestly, if you don't know what to do, if you're like, let's say you're freshly out of college, like whatever it is, not really sure what you want to do, go do sales anywhere. Like I will take that with me to the grave, because it doesn't matter what you get into after that, you will gain just so much, like so much value just from like a worldly, like
soft
life
skills,
standard.
hard skills, everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you just learn how to like read people, how to communicate, how to influence people. You know, I don't want to say the word manipulate, because that gets like a negative connotation, but like influence is really the way to put it. Like, you know, you're influencing people and how, you know, they make their decisions, and trying to get them to make a decision that, you know, benefits you.
Yeah.
While trying to make it seem like it's their idea, you know, like there's a lot of good that came out of that job. So
that's
highly
awesome.
recommend.
You're a true hustler, bro. Hustler to hustler. I that's not an easy job either.
No, it's not. It wore on me quick too. And that's the thing. Like I was good at it. Like I was really good at it. And I hated it.
Yeah.
Like, so that's the thing. Like if I wasn't working in music, I probably would be doing sales. I would have gotten to a point where I wasn't doing cold calling sales. Like I would have wanted to go figure out another sales job where it's a little bit more like relationship building and not as like, you know,
transactional.
Yeah, exactly. There was just so churn and burn, you know, but amazing experience nonetheless. And I still use a lot of the skills that, you know, I picked up from that job today. So
I bet you write a hell of an email, don't you?
I do. I write a hell of an email. I can hop on the phone with anybody.
Yeah, and you want to hop on the phone too.
I do. I want to hop on the phone, because it's a lot easier. Again, for lack of a better way to put it, it's like a lot easier for me to manipulate or influence somebody if I'm on the phone with them, as opposed to writing an email. I closed 0 sales over email when I was at Yelp. Every single one of them came over the phone. I mean, I closed over $250,000 in a year. So
you go.
It's, you know, there's something about the face-to-face, voice-to-voice, whatever connection that you just need when you're trying to get something done.
You make a little bit more sense now to me. Like I think I understand you knowing that now. Thanks for sharing that, bro.
It's funny. I say that to people and they're like, oh. They're like, yeah. They're like, I could see you in sales. They're like, I could see that.
Kill it in sales, any type of sales, for sure.
Yeah. That's what I would probably be doing if I wasn't in music. And truth be told, if you really kind of break it down, like the music industry, doesn't matter what like facet of it you're working in, it is fucking sales.
Oh, you're selling yourself, dude.
You're selling yourself, you're selling your artist. If you're a manager, if you're a label, you're pitching why an artist should sign with you guys, you know. If you're a fucking talent buyer, obviously that's like you're fucking trying to like convince an agent who reps Skrillex, like why Skrillex should be playing your fucking 1,000 cap venue when he can go take any show, you know, in the country. If you're a booking agent, you are selling your artist, trying to get as much money as, you know, humanly possible, playing the best clubs, best venues, and the best markets. It's literally, it's just sales everywhere you look. So again, it's like, I'm not surprised that I got a lot out of that job.
That's awesome. Great experience. Yeah. Great life experience.
It is. Very, very, very happy the day I was able to quit, but great experience nonetheless. And now here we are.
Looking for more content now? I got your back. Go to my YouTube channel right now, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you turn on all notifications so you never miss any upcoming exclusive artist interviews, Sherm in the Booth clips, new music, live sets, and more. This is your one-stop shop for everything electronic music. Cheers.